Hi everybody and welcome along to the Big Quiz Night In. It's another Facebook Live pub quiz night every Thursday and every Sunday. We have 3 more pub quiz rounds coming up very soon. If you're watching a repeat of this show and you're not watching live, then please do skip ahead about 10 minutes time, because I always start the show a little bit early to welcome all the people who watch along live first. And speaking of which, the first ones have just started to arrive. As always, I'll get to your comments, your live comments, in just a moment. This is a pub quiz night that span off from a pub called the King's Head and Bell in Abingdon, and as soon as COVID-19 hit and the pubs closed down, I took the pub quiz and moved it to a Facebook Live one instead, and it's grown since then. We're on episode 26 now. So yeah, thank you all for your continued support, and looking forward to bringing you another great quiz this evening. Now, the quiz nights would normally be £1 a person to enter, plus whatever drinks money you would spend in a pub. So with that in mind, I do ask that you make a optional donation to the nominated charity of each quiz night. And for Thursday nights, it's a charity called Secret Santa 365. We'll talk about what they do shortly. I recently shared something as well about what they've been doing lately. I'm on the main page, as I tend to do as often as I can. So we'll talk about what they're doing later on. And yeah, welcome to all the live watchers already. I will get to your comments as always in just a moment. The first thing I like to do though is share the link out there, and I suggest you all do the same, please, while we wait to start the quiz. Please do share this link, particularly for those of you who can't afford to donate to our nominated charities. I do ask that you share what we do here, so that hopefully we lead somebody new to the quiz who then may be able to donate and do more in the near future. So let me just get to that, and then I can start getting to your comments. Don't forget to give some love as well with the emoji reactions. I do like it for you to click the like button and all the other nice emojis, the care emoji if you've got it, because all that should really go towards what they're doing at Secret Santa 365. So don't forget to do that, please. And I'll be reminding you of that throughout the evening. For now though, I'm going to start sharing that link, and then I'll get to your comments. Let me know as well, as always, what you're drinking. It's a pub quiz night. What you're drinking for the pub quiz. Even if it's a tea or a coffee, just let me know in the comments. Gives us something to chat about whilst we build up to the start of the quiz. Round number 1 is going to be TV and films tonight. The old pub quiz favourite, TV and films. And we have a top fan requested round for the 3rd round of the evening, which I'll get into more detail in just a moment. But again, welcome to everybody that's watching along live. I've just shared the link out there, and we'll be starting TV and films in about 8 minutes time. Normally just after 8 o'clock. Tonight, don't forget though, for our regular viewers, you will know, particularly the local regular viewers will know, that we've been doing a pizza giveaway every week. This is week 3. The King's Head and Bell have started doing, 3 weeks ago now, a takeaway service from their menu, and as a result of that, they've given me the ability to give away a free pizza every single week. In order to do that and be in with a chance of winning, you have to like a particular post that I share in the top fan group, which is a separate private group that only the top fans are allowed access to. To be a top fan, you can either get a top fan badge from Facebook of this page, or you could be one of my Patreon members at any tier. Even the £2 a month bottom tier, you will still get into the top fan group. Alternatively, you could win Play Your Cards Right, which is a separate game I sometimes play over on the main page as well. And those of you who are local, or if you'd like to donate anyway, you're welcome to join in this draw. Now that draw takes place on Thursdays. The post I put out goes on the Sundays, and yeah, you just need to like that post. And so everybody that did is now in this hat I've got here. In my Star Wars cap. There you go. And in a moment, in about 5 moments, my daughter Abigail is going to come in and do the draw. She's waving to me already. She's very excited. So this will be her 3rd week. So everybody give some love to Abby in the comments as well. And we'll read some out when she's here in just a moment. And yeah, whoever's name we pull out the hat is going to win themselves a free pizza from the King's Head and Bell. So that's pretty cool, I reckon. So let's get to some of your comments then, shall we? Hi to Tad, welcome along. Tony as well from Marbella. Selena says good evening. Selena works for Sophia, our other nominated charity. Janine says hi to everyone. Coke Zero for Janine today. That's all right. Rachel says good evening as well. Rachel's here. Hopefully James will join from team Keep Calm and Listen in just a bit. Yes, hopefully he will. And as soon as he does, I'll start talking about Keep Calm and Listen in, because there's a new update from him about his future scheduled programming, which is quite exciting, I think. And I think it will work well for him and for the channel. Helen says, Tiny Rebel Rhubarb and Custard Sour. Any good, Helen? Is it any good? Sounds interesting. I don't mind sour. I like sour stuff. Courtney's here. Courtney is the founder of Secret Santa 365. So everybody give lots of love in the comments, please, to Courtney. They've been working really hard through the pandemic, so we want to make sure we can raise loads of money for them today. And speaking of which, it's time I shared the link for the first time, I think. There's the link, guys. I've shared it from my own Facebook profile, but I will switch over to the quiz one now so you know when it's me commenting in particular. James is doing as usual, saying hi to all his friends that are joining in, and Sue says the donuts have arrived. I do have a message from Freddy's Ficcos. They can't join us. They've got shifts to work tonight, so they can't join us, but I'm sure they do send their best, and we send their best back. Regular team there, Freddy's Ficcos. You are missed. I hope you managed to catch up on this episode, maybe on your night off. Hi there from Mags. Paranurse have arrived as well. Liz is here too. Hi there, Liz. Who else is here? Please do make yourself known in the comments. Claire is here as well. Claire from Sophia, and also Courtney's mum, by the way, in case you didn't realise that connection. Hi to Claire. Hope you're doing well. They're all working hard at Sophia. So yeah, we'll be talking lots more about them as we raise money for them on our Sunday night quiz. My friend Diva is here. Jacqueline, welcome from Limor. Limor's where I share my little quiz. Little quiz being three question audio clip that I record every day, and that's lots of fun, lots of different subjects. Patreons and competition winners get their own subjects there as well. Do check out the Patreon tiers related to that, because that's quite exciting. And I'm coming to the end of June's Patreon requests now. I'm just onto the Play Your Cards Right winners now, the last couple, and then I'll be back to my own subjects to finish off the month. Who else have we got here? Oh, James is saying drinking root beer and snacking on salt and vinegar crisps, I presume you said there. Oh, sticks. My apologies, sticks. Yeah, your message just popped up there. Honey says, after missing the last two to job appointments, I guess, I finally rejoined Emma in our little team on mango and raspberry cider. Good. Welcome back, honey. It's great to have you back here. Blackpool Bar Stewards are assembling. Eric is here. Eric, welcome. Thought you were in... oh, Liz and James are talking in the comments. Good evening from Keep Calm and Listen In. We have Mr. James Dagg here, superstar DJ. Welcome, mate. And it's great to hear that Keep Calm and Listen In will be with us on Saturdays from 10 o'clock. He's going to be doing a bit of a special when it comes to his now, that's what I call music albums. From, well, any of the albums, I guess, are up for grabs. So you could have a special on one that you are particularly fond of. You never know. So do like the group, Keep Calm and Listen In. Every Saturday, 10 o'clock UK time for the foreseeable, there's going to be a great show from James focusing on a different Now album. Evening to Chris. Evening, Chris. Pete says, Quizdle Tips is here. One working, one ironing, both fully engaged. Great to have you guys. Bill says he's just had fish and chips and he's on the white wine now. Sounds like a good evening, Bill. Welcome. That's the Barking Dogs team that have assembled. Evening, everyone, says Ed for Maisie and Willow. How are you all? Hope you're well, as always. Oh, my friend Jan here again. Former colleague Jan has says, no more vacation, no more driving. I'm here and sending lots of love from Poland. Yeah, it's another country that I can add to the international audience. So it's great that you're joining, Jan. How are things over in Poland? Are they okay? How's COVID-19 doing over there? Are you free yet of it? Is it still lockdown situation for you? I haven't seen anything in the news about other countries like that, so I don't know. But I hope you're doing well. Anna says, good evening to Mum, aka Liz Mason. Jason says, evening all. Rock on, Jason. It was his turn for a little quiz today, and boy, what a little quiz I put together, if I do say so myself, all about 80s hair metal. If you haven't heard today's little quiz, and if you're not in the top fan group where I post it, or on Twitter where I also post it, you need to either get on Limor or get on Twitter or find your way into the top fan group, because it was brilliant. 3 great hair metal songs, 2 of which I very rarely play or listen to in my professional or social life. And I freaking loved putting that together for you, mate. And it got me listening to hair metal rock all through the day, on and off, through my working day. It was great. So thank you for that. Just the Maisie half of the team here from Maisie and Willow. Okay. Neil says, hi Chris, Pandemic at the Disco are here. That's great. We're up to 64 devices viewing, shall we say, give or take. So we'll be doing the draw in just a moment. It is now 8 o'clock. So I do want to get as many people watching as possible before we do that draw for the free pizza. Then we can crack on with the TV and films round, which is round number 1. TV and films tonight will be the first round of the evening. I have announced to my usual places, Patreons get to hear first earlier in the day, or even sometimes the day before, what quiz rounds we'll be doing every quiz for the live shows. And then the top fans find out normally about lunchtime when I post the little quiz as well for you in the top fan group. Jace, it's not that I wasn't a convert, mate. I already loved it. I just didn't spend enough time listening to it. So, but thank you for reminding me of how much I love it. I'll put it that way. Hair metal absolutely kicks butt. Who else have we got here? Maggie May is here on her own, and Liz is saying hello to the kids. Okay, all right. I think we're about ready. Oxford Phoenix Collective on here, waiting for Amy for the Phoenix part of the collective to arrive. Yes, don't forget that my friend Bill there is on Limor. There's a link to one of his casts if you want to listen to what he does. Absolutely worth a follow. The little quiz is fabbed. Oh, thank you, Diva. That's much appreciated. I like what you post too. Right, so I'm drinking one of my usuals. I'm on the King Goblin. I know it's backwards because of the Facebook camera, but I'm on the King Goblin. So I'll go steady tonight because they are 6.6%. Right, shall we? Oh, June's here. Welcome, June. That's good timing. Shall we get Abby in now? I think we shall. We'll get Abby in to do the draw, and then we'll make a start with the first round. Lucy says, evening all, having Maisie snuggles, not sure she'll be much help. Right, then where is Abby? Has she disappeared? Is she coming in? Here she is. Right, she's coming around now, everybody. Everybody say hi to Abby. Here she is. Welcome. Give everybody a wave.
Hi.
There she is, guys. Oh, week 3 booze free for June. Well done, Anna. Good job. Right, here they are, guys. And again, all in here. Everybody's name. Remember, if you're a Patreon, your name's in here twice. Everybody else, you got your name in once, as long as you like the post. Abby's going to draw one name out. Let's see who wins the pizza for week 3. You got one?
Yeah.
Who have we got this week? Ooh.
Gabriela Chavez.
Look at that from Sell Marketeers, Gabriella. Again, it's written backwards. I hope you're watching. If you're not, I'm sure Sell Marketeers in some way, shape or form are watching. Well done. You have won week 3 of the pizza draw. There we go. That was fun, wasn't it? Well done, you. Right, good one. I will be in touch if you're not watching already. Let's see. Look, some people are saying hi. Look, Lucy, Lorna, Diva's saying hi, and James as well. Abby, my favourite Debbie McGee. Magic Peter says that means you're his favourite magic assistant. Do you want to... Let me just pop that down now, actually. Right, I'm going to say goodbye and see you next week.
Bye. See you next week on Thursday again.
Thanks, darling. See you then. Take care. See you in a bit.
Luck.
Thank you, darling. Right, there we go.
I'll be watching upstairs.
You're going to watch upstairs, are
Yeah.
you? All right.
Also watching on playground.
Okay, all right. You go chill out with Mummy and watch then. Bless. Thanks, guys. Well done to Gabriella. That's exciting. Another different winner. Another different winner. So that's good. I was worried that we'd end up pulling the same name out of the hat 3 weeks in a row. And whilst that person might be perfectly fine with winning a free pizza every week, I really would like it to be somebody different every week. As always, guys, any messages that she's missed, I will read them off to her after the show. So thank you for all the lovely messages for Abby. She really looks forward to this every week. Right. We are up to 78 viewers. So that's a nice number, I think, to make a start. You loved Abby's hair bubbles. Yeah, she was devastated because the clip broke a little bit and she didn't think she'd be able to wear them, but we managed to sort it. So yeah, she's very happy that she managed to wear those on the camera today. Yes, so well done to Gabriella again. That's good. 3 different winners so far, and may I say, 3 different Patreons Well, well, well. That's exciting for me as well. It's great to see. Right. So, do I need to say anything else before we start? I think not for now. I'm going to post the link one more time. Yeah, I will pass on all your messages to her. I posted the link for Secret Santa 365 one more time, remember. If you can afford to give anything towards the running of the quiz, please do donate to the charities first. Secret Santa being tonight, donate to them first. And if you really want to go the extra mile, and I greatly appreciate those who already have, and anybody that's planning on doing it in the future, you've got my Patreon as a monthly option. Loads of great rewards there if you're interested, for no matter what tier, from £2 going up. So there's loads of different things you can get benefits of that way. Alternatively, if you just want to tip me every now and then because you can't make the monthly commitment, I'm now doing Buy Me a Beer, or Buy Me a Coffee, technically, buymeacoffee.com. It's like a virtual beer that's like a tip as and when. You get a free little quiz, or I say a free, you get a little quiz included if you buy me a virtual beer. So there's something in return no matter how you choose to support the show, but do the charity thing first, please. Right, here we go. TV and films then. Let's make a start. 8:05, perfect timing. TV and films then. Here we go with question number 1. All you need to do for any new people watching, you just write your answers down, and then we'll go through repeats if you need them at the end. I'll do the answers. You mark your own. Put your team score in the comments if you're watching live. Gabriella's late. Did I miss anything? Thank you. I'm so excited. Yeah, you only missed winning the pizza. But yeah, you're welcome. You got to say thank you to Abby. She pulled your name out of the hat. Question number 1 in TV and films. Which character owns the tavern where Homer Simpson drinks? Which character owns the tavern where Homer Simpson drinks? That's question 1 in our TV and films round. Yeah, of all the ones to be late for, eh? It's no problem. Right, question number 2. Which ABBA hit single was also the title of a film starring Meryl Streep? Which ABBA hit single was also the title of a film starring Meryl Streep? Oh. Why?
Apologise. What make milk for a young man?
Oh. My son needs a warm milk, so the microwave is going to be on in a second. Unfortunately, I do have to set up in the kitchen.
Sorry!
Yeah, not much we can do about that. Let me do question 3 before you press the timer. Question number 3. Question 3 for you for 3 points. Put these movies into the correct order with the most Oscar wins first. Gravity, Silence of the Lambs, Titanic. It's not too loud, is it? It's alright. Put these movies into the correct order with the most Oscar wins first. Gravity, Silence of the Lambs, and Titanic, for a maximum of 3 points. Right, question number 4. Question 4 is for 3 more points. Which planets are home to Superman, Mr. Spock, and Optimus Prime? Which planets are home to Superman, originally home to Superman, Mr. Spock, and Optimus Prime? There's a lot of multiple point questions in this round. I'm just warning you, Sarah, because I know you like to keep track of the total scores for me. I think I know how much it's going to be. I did have a read through and just check, but it's always good to have somebody check your marking on these things, I think, or to check your maths. Right, question number 5 now. According to its TV ads, which car brand goes from strength to strength? There we go, it's ready now. According to its TV ads, which car brand goes from strength to strength? Still haven't worked out how to get the old comments and stuff on here. Tried every option going. And the Pages app, the Facebook Page Manager app, is still not working. I deleted it and reinstalled it. It is well and truly messed up. I think that's the problem. I think it just doesn't work on Facebook Live when you go into pages on the normal Facebook app, which is what I'm having to do because the other one's not working. So yeah, that's annoying. So I can't see all the lovely reactions that you're giving, but I do see how many there have been and what they were all the way through. I can see the total, so it does still count if you do it, believe me. We'll get there though. Maybe there's another way of doing these things. Question number 6 then. Which 4 human characters travelled inside the mystery machine? Which 4 human characters travelled inside the mystery machine? 1 point for each. If you don't know what the mystery machine is, you are going to struggle with that question because I'm not giving any clues. That's not how this question works. But still, 4 points available for that one. All right. Question number 7 now. Question 7 for 2 points. Who played the title roles in When Harry Met Sally? Who played the title roles in When Harry Met Sally? Loads of points for this round. Your next question is for 3 points. So question number 8. Which 3 songs from The Bodyguard became a UK hit single for Whitney Houston after the film was released in 1992? Which 3 songs from The Bodyguard became a UK hit single for Whitney Houston after the film was released in 1992? So again, that's 1 point for each. Right, you will get a little bit of thinking time at the end as I do some repeats, so don't worry if I go through these too quickly for any reason. Question number 9. Which Teletubby carried a handbag? Which Teletubby carried a handbag? Now, assuming you know the names of all 4 of them, even if you're not sure which one it could be, at least it's only a 1 in 4 chance, so you can have a guess. But which Teletubby carried a handbag? That's for question number 9. There's nothing new back here, by the way. That's the 2nd quiz in a row. I don't know. Normally I put something new back here for those who've watched regularly. You know, I try and add to it whenever I can. But unless I get more of my Star Wars Lego out, which I really don't want to do because it's a real pain to dust Lego, to be leaving things out. Don't really want to get anything else out of there. So yeah, that might be it for now. That might just be the collection. We shall see. Maybe I'll do something different one day. Just take them all down and do something else back there. We'll see. Question number 10 for you now. 3 more points. In which popular US TV series, in which popular US TV series could you meet Barry Kripke, Phil Dunphy, and Token Black? 3 different shows, 1 point for each. In which popular US TV series could you meet Barry Kripke for 1 point, Phil Dunphy for another point, and Token Black for a 3rd point? Number 9. Yeah, you can get half credit, Amy, if you only know the colour and not the name of the Teletubby. Sure, you're not getting half a point, but I'll give you half the credit. Yeah, Hannah says sod the dusting. Absolutely, yeah. Seriously, I don't know if you've ever noticed this. Lego is the hardest thing to dust. It gets in every crevice it can, and it's ridiculous. So yeah, thankfully all my Star Wars Lego is in a cabinet on display and not out in the open. with the exception of this guy. With the exception of Bob Ross, which wasn't in the cabinet anyway, because it's my wife's, not mine. So she likes to have this out and about. Oh no, the ladder's fallen down. Damn. Oh well. We're up and ready to go. There's Abby and my wife in the comments there. That's lovely, guys. Thank you for watching along. Do spot the difference and take one away. See if we know which one, Tracy says. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll go backwards and I'll start taking them away. Okay, your next question then. Question number 11. Which are the first three of Walt Disney's Seven Dwarfs alphabetically? Which are the first three of Walt Disney's Seven Dwarfs alphabetically? 1 point for each, of course. What's that one all around about? Oh, okay. Matthew says about The Bodyguard. It was 28 years ago and I hated that movie. I mean, in fairness, there were some big songs that came out of it. Whether you like the movie or not, the songs that came out of it were very, very popular at the time. Interesting question, but yeah, I can't really remember the movie. Oh, you need canned air for dusting Lego. Of course. Yes, I've been meaning to get some of that for my keyboard, but you're right. That would do the trick. Wow, that's a pro tip. I like that. I like that a lot. The queue for the Lego shops was bigger than any other on Monday. They were queuing for blocks. Brilliant. I like that. Jan says, can I get 3 points for Polish names for dwarfs? Yeah. If they're in alphabetical order and they're the first three in Polish in alphabetical order, you may indeed give yourself the points. Yes. Very good. Must be respectful to the international viewers. You're quite right. All right. Question number 12. Which breed of parrot did Michael Palin sell John Cleese in the famous Monty Python sketch? Which breed of parrot? That's breed of parrot, not type of parrot. Which breed of parrot did Michael Palin sell John Cleese in the famous Monty Python sketch? No, Jace says yeah, the queue was stacked up. Oh dear. I love a good pun. It's just a shame these aren't either of them. Neither are good examples of them. I kid. As a dad, I love a good dad joke. So I'm laughing at my own jokes as well, which my wife will be the first to tell you I do quite a lot. But hey, if it's funny, why not? All right, question 13 now for 2 more points. Which 2 films have earned Jodie Foster a Best Actress Oscar? Which 2 films have earned Jodie Foster a Best Actress Oscar? No, Matthew, you're wrong. I know you're probably just joking. In fact, I'm sure you are. But no. Jeff thought they were both really punny. Oh dear. Jace, they would not let me go. Yeah, very good. Sarah says they're building to the funny bit. Oh, that's brilliant. Very good, guys. Okay, question 14 now for 3 more points. 3 more points. Which blue animated characters, that's the colour blue, not the other kind of blue, were played on film by Robin Williams, by John Goodman, and by Will Ferrell? Which blue animated characters were played on film by Robin Williams, by John Goodman, and by Will Ferrell? 1 point for each. So 3 different blue animated characters from 3 different movies. So just name the character for 1 point each. One more question to go. 3 more points up for grabs for it. Oh, June, it's only just stopped raining for you. I'll tell you, it was hammering it down here earlier. I was worried that it'd be raining whilst I was live, and that would be really, really distracting sound-wise. So I hope it doesn't ever rain whilst I'm doing a quiz, because yeah, that would be a really annoying background noise. Oh yeah, well you can all read my wife's message in the comments there about me laughing at my own jokes and stuff. Yeah. Right, question 15 for 3 points. All right, question 15. Your final 3 points available for this round. In which movies does Catherine Zeta-Jones play nightclub singer Velma Kelly, air hostess Amelia Warren, and magazine journalist Rose Winters? In which movies does Catherine Zeta-Jones play nightclub singer Velma Kelly, air hostess Amelia Warren, and magazine journalist Rose Winters? 1 point for each. Let me know if you want any questions repeated in the comments for those of you watching live, and I'll repeat as many of them as I can, and then I'll go through the answers for you. Any other repeats, let me know. I did share today, just going back to the charity for a bit, I shared the post that came out today from Secret Santa 365 about how they provided loads of boxed gifts for the Women's Centre and for the NICU, I think it was. The Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. Yeah. So that was lovely to see, because Sophia helped with that as well. So both our charities were working together. So that was really lovely to see. So give that post a like if you don't mind, if you go back and see that. Question 15. Some more repeats have come in again. That's no problem, whatever your reason for needing the repeat. Oh, there's a little fly that's going around in here. God, I nearly got it. Okay, all right, so let's do these repeats. Okay, number 15 was, in which movies does Catherine Zeta-Jones play nightclub singer Velma Kelly, air hostess Amelia Warren, and magazine journalist Rose Winters? Question 10, in which popular US TV series can you meet Barry Kripke, Phil Dunphy, and Token Black? 14 was, which Blue animated characters were played on film by Robin Williams, by John Goodman, and by Will Ferrell? Question 1 and 2. Question 1, which character owns the tavern where Homer Simpson drinks? Question 2 was, which ABBA hit single was also the title of a film starring Meryl Streep? Question 3 was, put these movies into the correct order with the most Oscar wins first: Gravity, Silence of the Lambs, and Titanic. And I think I've done those. People have asked multiple times for the same one, so I believe I've done all of those now. Yes, 14 I've done, 15 I've done, 1 and 2 I've done. Okay, so I'll just give you a couple, another minute or so thinking time with that one. I'm going to share the link one more time for Secret Santa 365. Very important we support these charities working so hard during the pandemic, guys. So please do take the time. If you've got another device and you can do it that way without leaving the quiz for now, then please do that. If not, save the link and donate another time. That would be much appreciated. But do try and do it. If you can, try and donate within, say, 24 hours of the quiz, because then I know, and Courtney will know when looking at her GoFundMe page, how many donations in theory she could attribute to the quiz and its audience, which I think is good for us to see. So otherwise, if you donate any later than that, you can't leave a comment with GoFundMe, or at least I haven't seen that's possible. So it's hard to know if you're donating for the quiz or from the quiz. Whereas with Just Giving pages that Sophia have, you can leave a comment, so it's easier for you to see that, or for us to see that. Out of 34, says Sarah. Ooh, I thought it was out of 33. Oh no, I tell a lie. No, that total was wrong. Yeah, I think it is 34. Well done. I mean, we're not going to do an overall score. We don't do that anyway. But if you really wanted to know, Sarah does like to keep track of these things for me. Right, the other thing to tell you quickly, just before we go through the answers then, because I don't think there's any more repeats, is I started yesterday and posted episode 2 today of a brand new series I've started called Quick Quiz. This is about getting more engagements from people who aren't necessarily regular followers or viewers. Because if you think about it, people who see a repeat viewing of one of these quizzes could see it's like 2 hours long, which they normally are because I hashtag waffle on quite a lot. And they'll skip ahead and they'll go, oh, I'm not watching a 2-hour video now, I'm just scrolling through Facebook. Whereas if I put like a 1-minute video out there with one quick quiz question on, make it as interesting as I can in that 30 seconds to 1 minute, they might stick around and listen to the whole thing, which statistically I'm now seeing they are, and therefore hear about the quiz and are more likely, hopefully, in theory, to follow for more content, which means more people will be watching and more people could donate to the charities. So the more you can share those quick quizzes as regular viewers, the better, because and then like them and do all that, because then they get, just like these videos get put in front of like 3,000 to 4,000 people every week, on repeat viewings. So the more you can do that with the quick quizzes as well, the more people will get to watch, the bigger the channel will grow, the more money we can potentially get for the charities. So I've pre-recorded 10 episodes already. You've seen the first 2, no doubt. If you haven't done so already, please do go check them out. They're, like I said, 30 seconds to a minute long. And I'm sharing them on Instagram too. So I'll do one a day until I finish the series, and then I'm going to see how they do, how they perform, and then I might do another series and keep that going. But that's been a lot of fun to do. You thought 34 too. Okay, all right, let's go through the answers then. I think you're right. Yeah, I think it is 34. Right, question 1. Which character owns the tavern where Homer Simpson drinks? It is Mo Sislak. Or just Mo, it's fine. Question 2. Which ABBA hit single was also the title of a film starring Meryl Streep? That is Mamma Mia. Question 3. Put these movies into the correct order with the most Oscar wins first. Gravity, Silence of the Lambs, and Titanic in the correct order. Titanic with 11 Oscar wins. Gravity then with 7. Silence of the Lambs last with 5. Yeah, thanks, Jason. June, you're exactly right. It's a teaser. It is a little teaser for the quiz. Yeah. I do a little countdown sound effect thing for 10 seconds before I then give the answer at the end of them, which is quite fun. Something different, I guess. Rather than just being silent while I give you a bit of random thinking time. I think it works quite well. So yeah, but your feedback's appreciated. If you've got any other bright ideas, by all means, let me know. Question 4. The planets that are home to Superman, Mr. Spock, and Optimus Prime are Krypton, Vulcan, and Cybertron. Question 5. According to its TV ads, which car brand goes from strength to strength? It is a Peugeot. The Peugeot goes from strength to strength. No shame admitting I drive a Peugeot people carrier and I absolutely love it. One of the most reliable, best cars I've ever had, and I've had I think 5 cars in my lifetime. Yeah, love it. Really good. Anyway, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but just being honest. Question 6. Which 4 human characters travelled inside the Mystery Machine? They were Shaggy, Fred, Daphne, and Velma, because the Mystery Machine is the car they drive, or the van they drive in Scooby-Doo. Shaggy, Fred, Daphne, and Velma. Question 7. Who played the title roles when Harry met Sally? It is Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Question 8. The 3 songs from The Bodyguard by Whitney Houston that became UK hit singles, and I'm pretty sure singles in the US as well, back in 1992 was I Will Always Love You, which I remember being at number 1 for frickin' ages. I don't think it was as long as Everything I Do by Bryan Adams though. That was at number 1 for 3 or 4 months. Then it was I Have Nothing, and finally for a 3rd point, I'm Every Woman. So there you go, those are the 3 songs, 1 point for each. Which Teletubby carried a handbag for question 9? That was Tinky Winky. Tinky Winky, there you go. Question 10 for 3 points. Which popular US TV series could you meet Barry Kripke, Phil Dunphy and Token Black. Barry Kripke is from The Big Bang Theory. Phil Dunphy is from Modern Family. And Token Black is from South Park. Question 11. Which are the first three of Walt Disney's Seven Dwarfs alphabetically? Oh yeah, James says Bryan Adams was 16 weeks, I think. Chase, I've got myself a free car now. Do you know what? If it weren't for, well, they might do them, but I really want to get an electric car next. If I can afford it, which I'm hoping with help from the government in future government schemes, I will be able to. My next car, I really want to be an electric car, so we'll see what Peugeot are doing then, maybe, but I don't know if they're doing one yet. Maybe a hybrid, but... okay, the three in alphabetical order of the Seven Dwarfs were Bashful, Doc and Dopey. I would like to know what they are in Polish, please, Jan. Bashful, Doc and Dopey. DJ is on it. Yeah, too long. Absolutely, Jace, too long. Although, fun fact, obviously I was a kid at the time, but Everything I Do by Bryan Adams was the very first single I ever bought. Yeah, I know. Laugh all you want, but the B-side was fantastic. It's called She's Only Happy When She's Dancing. Bryan Adams, amazing. I love that song. But yeah, I was partly to blame for it being at number one for as long as it was. Okay, question number 12 now. Which breed of parrot did Michael Palin sell John Cleese in Monty Python? It was a Norwegian blue. He was, of course, a dead parrot, but the Norwegian blue was the breed of parrot. Question 13. Which two films have earned Jodie Foster an Best Actress Oscar? It was The Accused in 1988 and Silence of the Lambs in 1991. Jen's doing cartwheels over Tinky Winky. Sounds like a fun pub quiz team name, Pete. Told you I laugh at my own funny jokes. Okay, here we go. The Polish names are... Oh my goodness, I don't think I could pronounce any of these. I don't even know if I'm going to try right now, but that's good to know. Yeah, I'm just reading them. I'm not even going to try. I would offend you, no doubt, if I tried to read them. But Jeff says Morgan Creek Records, Jazz, that's what funded them signing To Die For. I'm not sure what you mean there, mate. First single I ever bought was Sebastian C. Under the Sea. Sebastian C. Under the Sea? Really? Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, let's move on. The three blue animated characters were for Robin Williams, John Goodman and Will Ferrell. Robin Williams was, of course, the voice of the genie in Aladdin, the original animated Aladdin. Sully in Monsters, Inc. was John Goodman. Perfect casting there as well. And Megamind was Will Ferrell. So the blue character there, Megamind, for the third point. And question 15, the movies where Catherine Zeta-Jones played nightclub singer Velma Kelly, air hostess Amelia Warren, and magazine journalist Rose Winters. Chicago, The Terminal, and the Dad's Army movie. For 3 points. Wet, 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 Lovers All Around spent 15 weeks at number one. Yes, I remember. I think you spoke about that on one of your shows, James. Okay, that's nice. Good conversations going on there in the comments. Okay, so... Oh, let me just go back to them. I just skipped away. Right, okay, let's see then what your team scores are, guys, or if you need me to repeat any, let me know. Pete says his first single was Blockbuster by The Sweet. Well, that's very cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Unfortunately, some of us grew up at a time when these kind of awesome punk or rock songs perhaps weren't around. I can't think what other cool songs could have been my first single, to be honest, around the time I was thinking about music in that way for the first time in my life. But Blockbuster Sweet Song is a great one. Donuts have got 24 points. 20 for A Sleeping Maisie. Oh, I Will Always Love You was at 10 weeks at the top spot. Thank you, James. Okay, it wasn't quite as long as I thought then. That's still a long time. 18 for Selena, well done. Honey Jones says we got 27. Chloe got 2 points. That's all right, Chloe. 15 points for June. 26 out of 34 for Pandemic at the Disco. 22 for Harperoids. Paranurse 23. Did I say that already? I'm not sure. Let me go back down the list. Keep Calm have got themselves 17 points. Well done. Quizdle Tips have got 26. Doom Radley's 28. 26 for Kings and Queens. 18. Could do better, says Liz. Real Friends have got 30 points. Great score. 27 for the Real Team 5. 25 for Tracy. 29 for Cross Atlantic. 31 for Back in Black. That's our current leader. Oh, hello. What have I clicked on there? Go away. Right. Right, where are we now? 24. Sorry, mistyped. Okay, that's better, Chloe. 24 points. Pete says, I'll bet you weren't around when Blockbuster was in the charts. No, I was not around, mate. But believe me, I much prefer music from before I was born. True story. You've been to any of my gigs before, you will know that's the truth. 23 points for Jan, well done. 23 for Lorna. On my own, I've got 23 as well. Diva's got 17 out of 34, 50%, which is a pass. Absolutely. 25 for the Blackpool Bar Stewards. 28 for Let's Get Quizzical. Got none of question 10 right. Oh, that's a shame. They are all really good series as well. 28 for Thunder Horse. Melon's knowledge of Teletubbies was interesting. Brilliant. 26 for the Trampoliners. 28 for Janine. Well done. GeForce 19, late to the party, so missed half the questions. Well, that's still good. That is still very good. 19 for Rock Paper Quizzes. Lost internet. Can I have the answers for 15? Keith says. You can indeed. The answers for 15 were Chicago, The Terminal, and Dad's Army. As in the movie Dad's Army, obviously. Barking Dogs have got 18 points, 22 for half a dozen. Oh, thanks for putting them in the comments anyway. 26 for Cell Marketeers. Inquisitors got 24, 27 out of 34 for the Oxford and Phoenix Collective. Six Fingered Freaks have got 30. Welcome, Chippy. Better late than never, mate. Yes, welcome to the party. Right, so round number 2 is going to be a potluck round, guys. If you didn't see the previous announcement, potluck is round number 2. 15 questions on general knowledge, and then I'll tell you now, again, if you haven't seen it yet, round number 3 will be food and drink. Tracy, I believe that was one that you asked for in the previous post. I'm also letting you all know, I'm also planning what my next music rounds will be. Selena's asked if I can do a 90s music round. I've also had requests previously to do a 70s music round because I've done an 80s one now as well, so it's only fair that I do 70s too. And I guess maybe one before that, maybe some rock and roll 50s and 60s I'll do at some point too. But I'm going to do 90s music round next. I don't know when for yet. Probably not for this Sunday, but I'll see what I can do. But when we do a music round next time, yeah, it'll be 90s next, and then I'll move on from there. Tracy's also asked for an 80s metal one following the success of this little quiz I did today. So yeah, again, we might do a kind of metal rock and roll one for people at some point too. Oh, June says she sings Wigwam Bam on karaoke. I love that song too, June. That's awesome. Well, if we lived any closer, you could sing that on my karaoke whenever you like, because I absolutely love that song. I'm going to the bar. Anyone need anything? Yes. Oh, Tad, if only, mate. Oh, Sue agrees, 90s, yes. And some of you, I'm sure, would like that. Yeah, good. So, yeah, keep those comments coming in, though, for different ideas for rounds. Top fans, of course, get priority. And I do listen to those the most when it comes to round suggestions in the top fan group. But if anybody puts an idea forward that seems popular, and then loads of top fans jump on the bandwagon and be like, yes, that would be very good, of course I would listen to that too. So just so you know, that's normally how it works. So top fans get their suggestions for quiz rounds and questions. And June is one of those top fans that says a rock and roll music round would be good. Yeah, I'd enjoy putting that together too. All right, so here we go then with potluck. I'll paste a reminder of the link to Secret Santa 365 in the comments. Please do give generously. They're always helping hundreds of local residents throughout the Oxfordshire area, giving them lots of important essentials that they perhaps couldn't otherwise go out and get themselves. So it's really important that we do what we can to support them. Right, question number 1 then in the potluck round. Which celebrity author wrote about his gangster granny? Which celebrity author wrote about his gangster granny? For 1 point. That little bug is back in the room again. You wait till it lands, I'm going to get it. No, not if it's over there. Never mind. Okay, question number 2. Question 2 for 3 points. I'm probably going to say this one wrong. I should have looked up how to pronounce this one. Atlanta for 1 point. No, I know how to say that. Atlanta, boys, B-O-I-S-E, and Philadelphia. I'm going to put it in the comments. Boys. I've said it before and I've totally forgotten how it's pronounced now. Anyway, Atlanta, that one in the comments, B-O-I-S-E, and Philadelphia are the most populated cities in which American states? I'm sure Amy can help me out, or any of my other American viewers right now. Atlanta, that one, and Philadelphia are the most populated cities in which American states? Next time I'm just going to change it for a different one. Save any annoyance. But still, 1 point for each. Boise. Okay, I've just Googled it. Boise as well, yes, thank you, Amy. Boise or Boise I've got here, but yeah, Boise. Strange word, that one, but okay. Thank you for helping me out. Atlanta, Boise, and Philadelphia are the most populated cities in which American states? 1 point for each. Right, question number 3 is for 2 points. What does the US government abbreviation AG mean to William Barr? And to anybody really, but particularly for William Barr. What does the US government abbreviation AG mean? It's 2 points because it's 1 point for each correct word. Boise, yes, Boise wasn't Only Fools and Horses. It is spelt very differently. But yes, well done, Jace. Very funny. Yeah, maybe we'll just emphasize the Z. Boise. Keith says, Marlene. I love that. I'm really intrigued with the Only Fools and Horses musical. I spoke about that in our musicals round last week. It's quite new, but I'd love to see that at some point. Looks very good. Right, question number 4 now. Question 4. What is the national animal of Scotland? What is the national animal of Scotland? For 1 point. What is the national animal of Scotland? I've got a great science question coming up in a minute, by the way. I'm particularly happy with this one. So scientists, be prepared, and I hope you like it too. It's not dissimilar to ones we've had before. I've just put a little twist on it. Right, question number 5 now. Question 5. Is an Australian coolie a type of dog, a type of pig, or a cheese? Is an Australian coolie a type of dog, a type of pig, or a cheese? Coolie is spelled K-O-O-L-I-E. Is an Australian coolie a type of dog, type of pig, or a cheese? Keith says the national animal of Scotland is a kilt. I thought somebody was going to put haggis, to be honest, but no. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, somebody has. Well done, Matthew. Yeah, haggis. It's obviously not, but yeah, funny. The haggis. Right, so question number 6 now. Question number 6 is for 3 points. In which cities can you visit the Guinness Brewery, the Trevi Fountain, and the Topkapi Palace? Topkapi Palace. In which cities could you visit the Guinness Brewery, the Trevi Fountain, and the Topkapi Palace? I'll put Topkapi in the comments as well. Topkapi. Lorna says it's Nessie. That would be a much more sensible answer, wouldn't it? It's not, obviously, but that would be a much more sensible answer than perhaps the kilt or haggis. Amy says, is it oats? Okay, question 7 now. Celebrated in November, what name is given to the Hindu Festival of Lights? Celebrated in November, what name is given to the Hindu Festival of Lights? We used to always have amazing food brought in by my Indian colleagues for the company I work for, and the last company I worked for as well. When it got to this time of year, they always brought in amazing food. Probably won't be happening this year though, because I doubt we'll be in the office. We'll be working from home for a long time, those of us who are in that position. Question number 8. Question number 8. Which are the first and last letter of the Greek alphabet? Which are the first and last letter of the Greek alphabet? 1 point for each. It's back again. Oh, bloody thing. Ah! Got it. Oh, that's a bit of entertainment for you. I'm happy now. That was bugging the hell at me. Bugging. Told you I laugh at my own jokes. Was that punny? Nah, I'll get my coat. That's fine. Question number, where are we now? Question number 9. Mephitis is the real name of which Looney Tunes character? Mephitis or Mephitis? It's Mephitis twice. Is the real name of which Looney Tunes character? Again, I'll put it in the comments for you. For those watching live, there it is. Mephitis. Or Mephitis. That is the real name of which Looney Tunes character. But I say real name, it's the real name of that kind of creature that the Looney Tunes character is. So you just need to name the Looney Tunes character. Question number 10 is that science question I bigged up earlier on. So normally I have a question, a potluck round, which is about spelling a particular word or phrase or two words together with chemical symbols of elements. And then you get 1 point for each correct element that you put in the correct order. But sometimes, as you know, as you often correct me, there are multiple ways that they can be spelt. I've now found a website that gives you the answers and many more choices for any word you put in, and it's amazing. So because of that, I want you now to spell the word pirates using chemical symbols of elements for a maximum of 5 points. But the catch is, it can be done in 2 ways. You can do it with 4 elements, or you can do it with 5. So if you know your chemical elements really well, you'll know how to do it with 5. But you might be able to do it with 4 and still get 4 points. So the maximum you can get is 5. There are 2 ways to do it. Choose one, start working out your answers. You get 1 point for each correct chemical element in the right order. So see how you do with that one. Let me know what you think. Lucy says, yes, you're as bad as Ed laughing at your own jokes. I can't help it if I'm just happy about stuff. I mean, sure, it wouldn't be half as entertaining if I was sat going, oh, here's question number 1. It would be boring. Nobody would be watching. So at least if I act a fool on the show, then, and in general life, then you get a bit of entertainment and you get to laugh at me as well as with me. So why not, eh? We all need to laugh. So yeah, pirates. Spell it using chemical symbols of elements. There are 2 different ways it can be done. See if you can get the 5-pointer. But if not, there's a way to do it with 4. Obviously, you're trying to get as many points as you can, though. So, preferably, you can work out what the 5-pointer is. And we'll come back to come back to those, of course, at the end. I'll probably have to give you a bit of time to think about it. Question 11 is for 4 more points. Which are the 4 properties on a Monopoly board that begin with a P? Which are the 4 properties on a Monopoly board that begin with a P? 1 point for each. Oh, Pete, sorry, Bill doesn't like those chemical questions. Bring back bad memories. I might be one to tell me offline, mate. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people that do like them. So if we do these kind of rounds again, I'm afraid you're stuck with them. Michael McIntyre is one of the best and favourite comedians around, and he always laughs at his jokes. Ah, thanks, James. I wish I was half as funny as he is. He does laugh at his own jokes, actually. That's a very good point. He does. All right. So yeah, 4 points for that one. The 4 properties on the Monopoly board that begin with a P. We're obviously talking, I'm afraid, to our American friends, we're talking about the original Monopoly from a UK perspective. So the London-based one. So 1 point for each there. Question 12. Put this artificial intelligence technology into the correct order with the earliest released first. Apple's Siri, Google Assistant, and Amazon's Alexa. Put this AI technology, or these AI technologies, into the correct order with the earliest released first. Apple's Siri, Google Assistant, and Amazon's Alexa. Apologies if any of you have got one of those in your home and it just woke up when I said its name. I work for a Google company during the day, or a Google partner during the day, and loads of my colleagues have got Google's Home in their homes. So you can imagine how many times that word is said on video conferencing calls that we're on. And then every now and then you'll hear it wake up in the background with multiple colleagues on the same videos. Oh, sorry, forgot to turn it off. And yeah, happens every day. It's very funny. I mean, you have to be there. But anyway. Liz is replying to James saying he's so funny. Yes, Michael McIntyre is hilarious. Yeah. All right, question number 13. Now, question 13. True or false? Snails have up to 14,000 teeth, and some could even kill you. That's going to make you look twice at them in the garden, isn't it? True or false? Snails have up to 14,000 teeth, and some could even kill you. True or false? Alex doesn't understand what the blimmin' heck you're on about. Who? Pete, what do you want? Pete, do you mean Alexa? Okay. Question 14. I'm sure you can come back to me in the comments, mate. Question 14. What are the real first names of the Beatles? What are the real first names of the Beatles? 1 point for each. Alexa, thank you. Yes. Doesn't understand what the blimmin' heck you're on about, yeah. No. Well, one day it will. One day we'll take over the world. BigQuizNightIn. Bloody keyboard. I know, Pete. I knew what you meant. Yes, what are the real first names of the Beatles? 1 point for each. And your final question, question 15, is going to be for 5 points. Loads of points again for this one. Let's see if Sarah and the Back in Black team were keeping up with this one. How many points in total then? Question 15. Which 5 children's names does Roald Dahl use in titles of his novels? Which 5 children's names does Roald Dahl use in titles of his novels? The little quiz I did very recently, I think it might have been yesterday's one, was about Roald Dahl. That was a good one to put together. Got a really good response to that. was another request. I think that was Aaron's request, if I remember rightly. Yeah, Aaron's request. Loads of varied subjects they've been on. So let me know what questions you want repeated. I am going to paste the link as well to Secret Santa. Secret Santa 365. Do give generously, please, guys. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. If we can get more than what we raised last week. I think it was about 35 quid last week. I think. If we could get more than that this week, I will work my socks off to get you a music round for Thursday. If I can do it for Sunday, then fine, I'll do it for Sunday. But if I can at least get 35, I can at least get more than 35 quid raised for Secret Santa 365 for tonight's quiz, then I will do a music round for Thursday next week at the latest. Okay. Jan says, maybe one day in the future I could prepare you 15 questions for a Polish round. Well, Jan, I have been thinking about ways in which people, you good people watching, could submit questions to me, and at what kind of level of maybe Patreon it would have to be for me to host a round written by somebody else as a reward if they really wanted to. Because Maddie submitted a round to me before, but I wanted her to take part in the quiz, so I just used it as inspiration and took some of those questions and made different ones on the same subjects a few weeks back now, a week or so ago. But I am thinking about now letting people submit rounds, an entire round to me, and I will host it, giving you full credit for it, of course, and giving you a shout out for anything else you want me to promote in return, if there was anything you wanted me to promote. But I'm thinking of the best way to do that, because I don't want to just open the floodgates and have you all submit stuff to me, because I know lots of you have mentioned to me about it. So there's a difference between submitting ideas for rounds to me and ideas for questions to me. Oh, I'd like a question about this, please, Chris. Okay, I'll work that in. That's fine. Top fans in particular can do that whenever they want. But submitting made rounds to me, in total 15 questions that I will host as they're written, that's different. But I'm thinking about how I can incorporate that as a perk. Right, can I please repeat question 15? Was it 5 children's names in the title? Andrew, it was indeed, yes. Which 5 children's names does Roald Dahl use in titles of his novels? So 1 point for each. Out of 37 points, Sarah says. I'm not going to go back and count. I don't want there to be too much dead air while we're going through this. So thank you, Sarah. Any more repeats needed, let me know now, because I'm about to go through the answers. If not, normally there's a flood of them that come in as soon as I've said that. So let me know if you want any more repeats. And I'm intrigued to know what you think about that question 10 and whether people managed to get the 5-pointer. Okay, I'll remind you of the last 4 questions then, or the last 5 questions, Pete. That's fine. You might have missed one, not sure. Okay. Question 11 was the Monopoly question. So which 4 properties begin with the letter P on the Monopoly board? And they are actual properties as opposed to the other kinds of squares on the Monopoly board, okay? 12 was the AI technology question. So put them in order with the earliest released first. Siri, Google, or Alexa. And Alexa, put them in the correct order. And question 13 was the true or false one about snails. They have up to 14,000 teeth and some can even kill you. Is that true or false? Question 14 was what are the real first names of the Beatles? And 15 you heard was the 5 children's names that are mentioned in Roald Dahl's stories in the titles of those stories. Tegan's asked for question 3. What does the US government abbreviation AG mean to William Barr? Okay, so there's your repeats. Just give you a moment to put those answers together. Okay. Right. Question number 1 then. Here's the answers for the potluck round. Question 1. Which celebrity author wrote about his gangster granny? That was David Walliams. Question number 2. Atlanta, Boise, and Philadelphia are the most populated cities in which American states? It is Atlanta, Georgia, Boise, Idaho, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So Georgia, Idaho, and Pennsylvania, 1 point for each. Snail's teeth was the question, was it? Not as rare as hen's teeth. Okay. Thanks, Pete. Okay, question 3. What does the US government abbreviation AG mean to William Barr? It means Attorney General. Question 4. What is the national animal of Scotland? If there's anybody watching that, I think we do have a few. If there's any Scots watching this and you didn't know this, I'd love to know, because the national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. Not even making it up. Honestly, they could have had Nessie. No, it's a unicorn. Question 5. Is an Australian coolie a type of dog, a type of pig, or a cheese? An Australian coolie is a dog. Question 6. In which cities could you visit the Guinness Brewery, the Trevi Fountain, and the Topkapi Palace? It is Dublin, Rome, and Istanbul. Question 7. Celebrated in November, what name is given to the Hindu Festival of Lights? It is Diwali. Question 8. Which are the first and last letter of the Greek alphabet? It is the Alpha and Omega. Question 9. Mephitis is the real name of which Looney Tunes character? It is Pepe Le Pew. Mephitis means like stench, along those lines. But yeah, Pepe Le Pew. Question 10. Spell the word pirates using chemical symbols of elements for a maximum of 5 points. So the 4-pointer way of doing it is phosphorus, iridium, astatine, and einsteinium. The 5-pointer way of doing it starts with phosphorus again, then iodine, radium, tellurium, and sulfur. How did you get on with that one? Let me know in the comments, and by all means listen to the rest of the answers first. I'd love to know what you think of that one, scientists out there in particular. Question 11. Which of the 4 properties on a Monopoly board that begin with the letter P? They are Park Lane, Pentonville Road, Pall Mall, and Piccadilly. Question 12. The AI technology question. To put them in the correct order, with the earliest release first would be Apple's Siri in 2011, Amazon's Alexa then in 2014, and the Google Assistant in 2016. Question 13, true or false? Snails have up to 14,000 teeth and some can even kill you. It's true. Oh, Liz says you didn't get any of them. Oh dear. Yeah, it's true. There are certain snails that have 14,000 teeth and some can even kill you. The cone snail is particularly venomous. I don't know how many of them that are that dangerous live in the UK. Probably none. Oh, Anna says we got all of them. Well done. Hung, can I repeat the chemicals? Yes. The answers again for number 5 were, for the 4-pointer, phosphorus, iridium, astatine, and einsteinium. Or the 5-pointer version was phosphorus again, iodine, radium, tellurium, sulfur. 12 was Siri, Alexa, Google, in that order, earliest first. Question 14 now, the real first names of the Beatles. They are George Harrison, James McCartney, John Lennon, and Richard Starkey. So George, James, John, and Richard. And question 15, the 5 children's names that Roald Dahl has in the titles of his novels are Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, Danny, Champion of the World, Matilda, and George's Marvelous Medicine. All great books, of course, because Roald Dahl didn't write a bad book. They're all great. That's my opinion. But anyway, let me know how you got on. in that round. Let's see some team scores, and if you want me to repeat any answers, let me know. I've done 15 and 12 already. I can do more if you need me to. We can move on to the food and drink round after this. I'm just going to refill my amazing glass. I don't know if you've seen it already. My amazing tankard, courtesy of Thunder Horse. Got to give them a shout out again for that. Okay, I'm going to grab my next beer. Please keep your scores coming in, okay? Lovely, got some scores coming in, I see. Good stuff, guys. Right, let's go back up to the top of the list then. Loads of them coming in, that's great. Okay, how many points was question 3? That was for 2 points, 1 point for each correct word. Okay, hold on, I'm getting to the list now. Oh, well done to those of you who got 5 points there for the science question. The answer to 11 was Park Lane, Pentonville Road, Pall Mall and Piccadilly. Janine's got 27 points. Cell Marketeers have got 32. Great score. Jason agrees with me. Love the Roald Dahl books. Maisie let herself down, 18 points. Unlucky there, Ed. That's still a good score, let's be honest. 21 for Selena, 19 for Team Keep Calm. Donuts have got 26, 27 for Trampoliners. Chloe's got 29. Real Friends, 28. Oxford and Phoenix Collective, 28. 25 again for Tracy. 29 points for Crystal Tips. Doom Radley's 27. A poor 19 for June. It's not that bad, come on. 12 points for Jan, well done. 22, still rubbish. Liz says, Lorna, 19 points. Louise says 33 for the Real Team 5. Do you know, Real Team 5, my wife still has your team logo as her mobile phone background lock screen. She loves it that much. Your quiz team logo has been on her mobile phone as the lock screen and the background in general, I think, ever since you posted it to me. If you haven't seen it, it's in the photo album on the page of Quiz Team on the main page is Quiz Team Logos photo album. It's very funny. Six Fingered Freaks 29. On My Own 30. Quiz Tool Tips. I'm not even drinking, Pete says. Yeah, I thought so. 33 for Let's Get Quizzical. Barking Dogs 26. 36 for Back in Black. Very good score there. Science question was a good one, Janine says. Thank you. 30 for the Blackpool Bar Stewards. 32 for Kings and Queens. 23 for Pandemic at... Couldn't be bothered to finish it off there. 27 for Rock Paper Quizzes. 18 for Diva. Well done. Anna says Paranus. I've got 24. 22 for Cross Atlantic. Science question was fab. Oh, thank you, Diva. That's lovely. 32 for Thunder Horse. 26 points for Inquisitors. And Maddie says G-Force have got 30 points. Another good score there. 27 for Half a Dozen. Yay. Who's next? 27 for Harperoids. 27 for Honey. Very good scores, guys, all round, I think. Nobody's disgraced themselves at all there. You all did really well. Good stuff. Okay, I'm sure we'll have another potluck round in a week's time or so. We'll see how they go. Round number 3 then is food and drink. Thank you to Tracy. Tracy, I think, asked for this one. Hope you like it. Please allow me to just pour myself a beer. Don't forget, guys, if if you have already or if you plan on supporting Secret Santa 365 and you do want to go the extra mile, as I say before, Patreon for a monthly fee, you get lots of different rewards for that. We've got our Patreon only quiz night, the first one coming up on Tuesday next week. I'm very excited. Everyone that joined Patreon for the month of June is invited to that. We're going to have, I think, 6 aside. You're going to be pitted in teams against each other. We're going to do, our survey says, Family Fortunes rounds, but much more like the show, rather than how we do it here. because you will be going against each other for control of the board. And then we're going to do pointless, which is a world first for me in terms of pub quizzes. I wanted to do pointless rounds for a long time, and I'm finally going to be able to do it on that Tuesday night. I still haven't figured out how I can do it en masse, but for 2 teams, I can get it to work nicely, I think. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to be involved in the next one, you need to join by the end of the month, because payment's taken on the 1st of every month for Patreon. £2 a month is the minimum, minimum tier. Everybody gets a little quiz free for that. Tracy says, I don't know much, I just like eating and drinking. Amen to that. And failing that, yeah, if you don't want to do Patreon, if you don't want to commit to a little monthly fee to say thank you to me for what I do here, that's absolutely fine. No pressure at all. But there is also another alternative where you can buy me a coffee instead, or a virtual beer in this case, as a tip whenever you want. That's appreciated too. You'll get a little quiz in return. Last few comments then before I get on with the next round. Regarding food and drink, I'm drinking Galaxy hot chocolate, which you recommended to me and which I bought the last time I was in London. Yes, Jan, that's the one we had at work, wasn't it? It was the one we had in the office. It was the one that you make with milk though, not the one you make with water, because we had a, I think we had, no, maybe you weren't there when we got that coffee machine in. But anyway, the one you make with milk is much nicer. When is a goal not a goal? Oh, here we go. Go on, Jeff. When is a goal not a goal? When the ref's watch is broken. Maybe that's what you're going with it. Sorry if I got there first. I do feel sorry for them. That was a shame when the football started last night. Absolutely crossed the line, and goal line technology said it didn't. All right, question 1 then. I'm sure we'll get to the punchline in a minute. Question 1. What is the main ingredient in Gravidlax? What is the main ingredient in Gravidlax? Gravadlax. What is the main ingredient in Gravidlax? Oh no, didn't want to do that. Got a bit of a spillage here. Disaster struck. There we go. Always got tissues on hand for just such an occasion. Yes, what is the main ingredient in Gravidlax? When Hawkeye doesn't work, yes. When the ref's watch doesn't work, yes. I thought so, yeah. Sorry, I stole your thunder there. I just suddenly thought as you said it. It was very funny. I do feel sorry for them actually as well. Because, God, if it happened to your team, you'd be devastated, especially when it was a 0-0 draw. Question number 2 now. Which popular dessert is sometimes called a Tuscan truffle? Which popular dessert is sometimes called a Tuscan trifle? Sorry, can't even read my own writing there. Which popular dessert is sometimes called a Tuscan trifle? I'm going to put it in the comments for you. That was a farce last night, June said. Oh, that's not your team, is it, June? It was Sheffield United it was against, wasn't it? When does a joke become a dad joke? I don't know, but I love a dad joke. Foam on the tash. I know, yeah, I've got rid of it. I think I'm going to have to trim it, to be honest. I've been thinking long and hard about this. I know I'm growing the beard, but I think I'm going to have to do something about the tash. Just trim this bit and grow the rest for a bit longer. But the beard is still going to grow because it's just getting in the way now, even with the beard wax I use. But still, the beard will continue to grow throughout the whole year. I'm still going to keep up that challenge. For those who didn't know, that is what I'm doing. Okay, your next question then is question number 3. The sparkling wines called Cava, Prosecco and Sect come from which countries? The sparkling wines called Cava, Prosecco and Sect come from which countries? I've had some very excited comments about the picture round I'm going to share after this, by the way. For those who don't know, I always share a picture round afterwards on the main page. As soon as a quiz round is finished or a quiz show is finished, the picture round is going to be a Disney cartoon characters round. I know Alex in particular was very excited. Oh, when does the joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. Oh, okay. I think I have heard that before. Very good. When does the bleach and Santa suit arrive? Oh, come off it. Gene says, do not like football, just saw it on the news. Yeah, it was ridiculous though, wasn't it? It's been perfect ever since it was introduced. It's never gone wrong before. And for a 0-0 draw like that could have given them a vital 3 points, it was. How's the last one spelt? It is S-E-K-T for sect. Cava, Prosecco and sect. S-E-K-T. Question 4. Which pastry is used to make profiteroles? Which pastry is used to make profiteroles? Is question 3 3 different countries for 3 points? Yes, it is. Yes. Question 3, they were 3 different wines from 3 different countries, so 1 point for each. Okay, I think we're good now. Right, question number 5 now. Oh, that's fine. To yeah, the excited yes I am comment. I know that was from Alex Mags, no problem. But yes, I thought he would be. Okay, right. Question number 5 now is for another 3 points. Which 3 countries produce the most olive oil per annum? I think we might have had this one before. Or maybe something similar to it before. Which 3 countries produce the most olive oil per annum? Question number 6 now. Question 6. What name is given to food prepared according to Muslim law? What name is given to food prepared according to Muslim law? For 1 more point. Right then, question number 7 now. Question 7. How many standard champagne bottles would fill a Nebuchadnezzar? How many standard champagne bottles would fill a Nebuchadnezzar? Those of you who follow the page will know, or you may have seen, that I posted a celebratory post after the last quiz where I said that we'd almost got through 800 page likes, excuse me, as a milestone, 800 page likes, nearly 1,200 followers, still nearly there as well. But just after the show, we'd smashed through 800. I say smashed through, we got to 802 page likes. And then this morning, it dropped down to 799. What? So I posted these little quizzes, and all of a sudden things have dropped to 799. Anyway, by the end of the day, before I came live again tonight, it was back up over 800. So we're still there. I don't know what happened there. Good to see though, another little milestone hit. Journey to 1,000 likes. But yeah, we're close to 1,200 follows, which is great. That's the really important one. Do check, by the way, if you like the page but don't follow it, because they are different things. But yeah, make sure you do both, then you won't miss out on anything that I do post. Right, question number 8 now is for 3 points. This is about Cockney rhyming slang, okay? So what would a Cockney be eating if they ordered a John Cleese, a clothes peg, and a Harvey nickel? What would a Cockney be eating if they ordered a John Cleese, a clothes peg, and a Harvey nickel? 1 point for each. What would a Cockney be eating? if they ordered a John Cleese, a Close Peg, and a Harvey Nickel? Oh, Tracy, you mean the quick quizzes? Quick quiz, little quiz are the ones on Limor where you get 3 questions, the audio clips. Quick quiz are the new ones I'm doing. So yeah, the 3rd edition to the BigQuizNightIn family. I quite like that I've got this now. Big Quiz, the main show, the one you're watching now, BigQuizNightIn. Little quiz, 3 questions, audio clip only from Limor. Quick quiz, 1 question, 3 answers in a 1-minute video. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know what more I would do. I mean, I probably shouldn't do any more anyway. I'm probably doing too much as it is for this channel. Yes, quick quiz. Yeah, I'm glad you like them, but you're right. That timer does make all the difference. If I ask a question and then play a really tense 10-second countdown, it does make it a lot harder. I mean, you imagine what it's like if, for those of you who've done this in real life, being on a TV game show, and you might have tension music playing before you say an answer. You can imagine how the easiest of questions suddenly becomes something that you're second guessing yourself all the time. The pressure of being under the lights, they say. Yeah, but I'm glad you're liking them, and please do share them. They're already the first 2 episodes, and we've already got almost 1,000 different people have seen them for for at least 10 seconds, which is enough. So that's good exposure. It's exactly what I needed it to do. And I think one of the new likes I've got, or new follows I've got today, is as a result of them too. Excuse me. So yeah, it's good fun. Question number 9. What are the real names of the hairy bikers? 2 famous TV cooks. What are the real names of the hairy bikers? 1 point for each. They're great. I haven't watched enough of their stuff, but they are great. Where are the picture rounds posted, please? On this page, Diva. They'll be posted on the BigQuizNightIn page as a separate post. So just keep an eye out on the page after the show. And as soon as I've posted this video officially and added it to the playlist and done all the admin behind the scenes stuff I do after every show, then I post the picture round as a new post. And then I'll post the answers to the picture round in the comments of that post a little bit later on again before I go to bed normally. June says I would forget my name. Yeah, with that pressure I can imagine. Yeah. Question 8, Cockney rhyming slang. Nope, just rhyming slang. Oh, well, you know what I mean. You know. There's no need to break it down like that. All right, question number 10 now. If a dish is described as doppiaza, what ingredients would you expect to find? What 1 ingredient would you expect to find? If a dish is described as doppiaza, what ingredient would you expect to find? And it is a very nice dish as well, I have to say. Yes, Diva, if as you're new to this concept and you're not sure, on the main page there is a photo album called Picture Rounds, which is where I will save this next one too. There's also a whole bunch of other ones there from every other quiz I've done since the lockdown. So there's tons of them to look at. If you're ever bored, go and have a look. And as you look at them, give them a like so I know that you've looked at them. No pressure, but they do mean a lot when people do that on my posts. And yeah, there's tons there, loads to keep you occupied. Honestly, if you're ever bored, have a look. Spelling for number 10. Here is the spelling for number 10. Martin says, sorry about the rhyming slang comment, he's not even a Cockney. I had a feeling it might have been Martin and not you, Nicola. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's fine, I get these corrections all the time. You should see what people are like in the pub. Some people take it far too seriously. We're all friends here, right? No problem. I'm always happy for people to correct me if things are genuinely wrong for whatever reason that's going to confuse other people. My God, God forbid when those things happen. That's awful. Right, question 11. The best-selling beer in the world is called snow beer, but which country does it originate? The best-selling beer in the world is called snow beer, but which country does it originate? He's very naughty, Nicholas says. Yeah. This is the thing, because you might have multiple people watching through the same account, but only that one account is commenting. It's not always obvious, but sometimes you just see a comment, you're like, did that person really say that though? Yeah. I'm getting to understand who's who between all the regular teams now, you know? So, yeah, slowly but surely. Okay, I'm clearly boring some people because some people have dropped off. Oops. All right, question number 12 now. No idea about that. Okay. Snow idea. Snow idea. Oh, here come the puns. Very good. All right, question 12. Which S is the key ingredient in lava bread? Which S is the key ingredient in lava bread? Honey says, oh, the dad jokes are terrible. Yeah, but you know what? Us dads love it. And I'm pretty sure some other people do too. Dad jokes are the best kind of jokes. Snow good, Liz says. See? I love a good pun. Keep them coming in, guys. I love it. Okay, your next question in question 13. Which 5-a-day ingredients make a Waldorf salad? For 5 points. Which 5-a-day ingredients make a Waldorf salad? 1 point for each. Snow beer, is that similar to Corona? In what way? I don't get it. Come on, mate, get to the pint. Can you shout? Jen's on the sewing machine beside me. Missed 2 questions already. Oh, dear. No, I'm not being any louder. And if you can't turn the quiz up, you need to get headphones. Sorry, Pete. You know I'll repeat them, though. I will repeat them. Why is she on a sewing machine during the quiz anyway? Jen, what are you doing? I'm only going to be on for another 5 minutes or so. Well, probably 20 knowing me. All right, question 14. What are the real names of the 2 fat ladies? What are the real names of the TV cooks, the 2 fat ladies? 1 point for each. For anybody that thinks I might be being deeply offensive when I say the 2 fat ladies, they called themselves that. It was the name of their TV show. So, what are you going to do? But what were their names, please? It's Jen that can't hear. Oh, well, she needs a headset. So, oh, she's making masks, is she? She's making masks for charity. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, Chrissy's made us all masks now. Mine is obviously a Star Wars mask. Obviously. And it's amazing. So, yeah, very happy. Hope they're triple layered cotton. That's what they say you need to have on them. Stitched up there, mate. Oh, that's the best one yet. I love that. Well done, Neil. Stitched up there. All right, your last question in the food and drink round is Bury St Edmunds, Devizes and Witney are the towns that are home to which 3 popular English breweries? I wonder which one the Witney one is. Local beer drinkers will know why I'm laughing at that one. and I'll tell you why afterwards if you don't. Bury St Edmunds, Devizes and Witney are the towns in the UK that are home to which 3 popular English breweries? 13 is for 5 points, by the way. Thank you for checking with that, Lorna. There are 5 answers, 1 point for each. It's a cover-up, Jace says. Nah, sorry, Stitched Up is still the funniest. No use with glasses. Wearing a mask. Yeah, it gets in the way around here sometimes, June, if that's what you mean. A little bit, not too much though. Okay, does anybody need any questions repeated? I'll go straight on with the answers if not. Let me know. There's the link one more time. Or no, it's not. Hold on. Let me post the link one more time. To Secret Santa 365. Every day's a giving day. Because despite the name, they do obviously donate gifts to people in need every day of the year. Try wearing a visor too. Get steamed up. I bet it does. Yeah. I bet it does. Yeah, my sister's a key worker, but she only needs to wear a mask at the hospital she's at. I don't think I've seen her wearing a full face mask visor. So yeah, they steam up, Chris. The glasses, not the mask. Really? Maybe I haven't worn my mask long enough yet. Hasn't been a problem for me. I guess it might depend on the mask you're wearing, because honestly, mine hasn't done that. The glass. He says question 1 and 7, please. He shouted above the sewing machine. Well, it's for a good cause, Pete. Can't be too angry, can we? All right. Question 1. What is the main ingredient in Gravidlax? The main ingredient in Gravidlax. And question 7 was, how many standard champagne bottles would fill a Nebuchadnezzar? Bill's on the neat vodka now. Oh, times are hard, mate. Man, go steady. Oh, they steam up. Okay, June, I'm with you, yeah. 7, yeah, how many standard champagne bottles fill a Nebuchadnezzar? It's out of 29 points. Thank you, Sarah. Anna says I look like a stormtrooper. Liz says indeed they do. Okay. Can you hear me over the sewing machine? All right, I'm going to go through the answers then because we're already at 9:30, guys. So no more repeats, I'm afraid. So question 1, what is the main ingredient in Gravidlax? It is smoked salmon. Question 2, which popular dessert is sometimes called a Tuscan trifle? That is tiramisu. Oh, hang on. People want 15. Bury St Edmunds, Devizes and Witney are the towns that are homes to which 3 popular English breweries? Question 3. The sparkling wines called Cava, Prosecco and Sect come from which countries? That is Spain, Italy and Germany. Question 4. Which pastry is used to make profiteroles? That is choux pastry. CHOUX. If you really didn't know. Question 5. Which 3 countries produce the most olive oil per annum? It is Spain, Italy and Greece. 1 point for each. Question 6. What name is given to food prepared according to the Muslim law? It is halal. My favourite pub quiz team name along those lines. Halal, is it meat you're looking for? Oh, I love it. It's so funny. Halal, is it meat you're looking for? Yeah, I've had that team name many a time over the years of pub quizzing. Question 7. How many standard champagne bottles would fill a Nebuchadnezzar? It is 20. 15 litres of champagne make up a Nebuchadnezzar. So 20 bottles would fill it. 20 regular bottles of champagne. Question 8. What would a Cockney be eating if they ordered a John Cleese, a clothes peg, and a Harvey Nickel? Okay, a John Cleese is cheese, a clothes peg is an egg, and a Harvey Nickel is a pickle. So cheese, egg, pickle. 1 point for each. Oh, Tad says it's not smoked in a gravid lax. Well, salmon is the main ingredient, just says smoked here. So that's fine, as long as you put salmon. One of our local pubs has been on 4 in a Bed this week, Wednesday programme. Oh, okay. Oh, halal from the other side as well, Andy. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, next one. Question 9. What are the real names of the hairy bikers? They are Dave Myers and Simon King. Question 10. If a dish is described as dopiaza, which by the way is an Urdu word, what ingredient would you expect to find? It is onions. Dopiaza is Urdu for 2 onions. It's a delicious curry dish. If you ever see that, over here you would see it either on your menus at the Indian restaurants and takeaways, but you can get them for home cooking as well, or make your own. It's a great recipe. Very nice. Right, your next question was question 10. The best-selling beer in the world is called a snow beer. But which country does it come from originally? It is Chinese. Snow beer is a China beer. Chinese beer. Question 12. Which S is the key ingredient in lava bread? That is seaweed. Question 13. Which 5-a-day ingredients make up a Waldorf salad? 5 points. Apples, celery, grapes, lettuce, and walnuts. Apples, celery, grapes, lettuce, and walnuts. Question 14. What are the real names of the 2 fat ladies? They are Clarissa Dixon Wright and Jennifer Patterson. Question 15. Excuse me, my hiccups now. Too much laughing. Question 15. Bury St Edmunds, Devizes, and Witney are the towns that are home to which 3 popular English breweries? It is Green King, Wadsworth, and Wychwood. I mentioned the Witney one in particular because that's where this is from. Wychwood Breweries in Witney. They make King Goblin, Hobgoblin Gold, and lots of other ones Goblin related. That's why I mentioned it in particular. Right, anybody need a repeat on those? Let me know. Oh, it's going down really well, is it, Tracy, for those ones on TV? That's cool. Let me know if you need any of those answers repeated. Remember, the next round that I post will be straight after, or as soon after as I can, after this live show. It will be a Disney cartoon characters pitch around. Let me know how you get on with that. And make sure you like and feel free to share the post as well, so I know that people are appreciating them and still engaging with the pitch arounds. Historically, they were always the posts, although I know a lot of you were still looking at, they didn't get many engagements. So it's really important that you like or share or love or do whatever reaction to the post, but you can of course share them with whoever you want to as well. Okay, here we go, some team scores. If I can get to the top of that list. Six Fingered Freaks say they got 22 points. O'Neill says, made shoe pastry once at home. Absolute disaster, was tough as old boots. Yeah, I think it is quite tough to do. Fair play though for trying. Fair play. 25 points for Sale Marketeers. Quiz Tool Tits at 25 points. Pete, is that another typo? Paranurse 20. Donuts score 22. 22 for Harperoids. 23 for Chloe. Lorna's got 16. 26 for Liz. Yeah, good score. Can we have the answers for 15 again? Tegan says, please. Green King, Wadsworth, and Wychwood. 31 points for the Inquisitors. Thanks, Chris. You're welcome, Emma. 24 points for Doom Radleys. 21 for Keep Calm. Oxford and Phoenix, 26. 16 for Honey. 19 for Tracy. I'll do the rest in a moment. Make sure you keep an eye out for the next quick quiz. I'll be posting that tomorrow. I can't remember which subject it is, but whatever it'll be, I'll post it first thing in the morning again, like I do with the previous 2 episodes. Again, please do like and share everything you see from my page to keep the word spreading, because the live show numbers I do want to get back up in particular. The more people that like and follow us, the more people could potentially give to charities and eventually grow this thing to the empire of quiz that I want it to be. Because I'd love to do this more full time in my future for you all. Right, so yeah, 19 for Tracy, 24 for Back in Black. Maisie's got 20 in between begging for crisps and Prosecco. Interesting choice there. 17 for the Real Team 5, 26 for Blackpool Bar Stewards, On My Own 22, 21 for Trampolinas, Barking Dogs have got 20, G-Force 27, 19 for Rock Paper Quizzes, 29 for Let's Get Quizzical despite Martin's quibbling. Well done. 16 for Diva, 14 for Cross Atlantic. June says we only get Green King in Sheffield. Oh, you poor thing. That's a shame. Anna says another fab quiz. Thanks. Thank you very much. Real Friends 25 points. 12 points again for Jan. Well done. James says it was out of 29. Tegan says thank you. That's lovely. I'll get to all your comments as always once we're off air. I will respond and like and respond to those thank you comments later. Thank you for those though. 21 for Kings and Queens. 16 for June. Well done. You're welcome. 29 points for Thunderhorse. We love food and drink. Who doesn't, mate? Tedious, I know, but shoe boots. Dad joke. My bad. shoe boot equals boots. Yeah, very good. I know. To be fair, Mum, Liz Mason, you were, what are you saying there, Anna? You were a home economics teacher. Okay, so she enjoyed the food and drinks round then. Got all apart from the beer. Well done. Good score there, Liz. 22, you're having a Scooby for half a dozen. 16 for Neil. Any more scores? Get them coming in, guys. The winner tonight for the pizza was Gabriella. Please do, well, I say please do, you will, I'm sure, enjoy that free pizza. I will let Jordan know at the pub that you are the winner. I don't know if they're still watching, but I will drop her a message in a minute and say that, Gabriella, you are the winner for this one, so to expect your order soon. There's no expiry on it, but obviously I would use it sooner rather than later so that it's still on Jordan's mind. I don't know, I'm sure she's making note of all these things. Sunday there'll be another pizza post, so you'll get another chance, everybody, to win a pizza for next Thursday's draw. So just keep an eye out for that. But I'll remind you all, it'll be after the quiz on Sunday, where I will, of course, be back with another 3 rounds, as I do all the time. Do follow me on Limor. Loads of you have been joining Limor, by the way, as a result of the little quizzes, which is so good to see. So thank you for doing that and engaging in that way. You don't have to, but it's really appreciated that you do, and it shows the boss of Limor, Shane, that what I'm doing is making a difference and getting more people to pay attention to the new platform, which is great. Follow me on Instagram. I'm doing some great quizzes there. Some picture rounds occasionally are going there that you won't see on Facebook. I'm sharing the quick quizzes there as well, so do give them some love there too. That's also appreciated. On Twitter, I'm mostly tweeting out my little quizzes. So if you don't fancy following me on Limor directly, you can follow me on Twitter instead, and then you can get a link to them every day I post them. And again, if you want to do anything for me to say thank you for what I do, loads of rewards can be found through Patreon. There's loads of tiers there for you, no matter what you want to do, however much you can afford, starting at £2 a month, and you still get plenty of rewards for that. Then you can buy me a beer as well, which is just a regular kind of, well, an often as you want tip service, really. But you do get a little quiz in return, a subject of your choosing, every time you use that. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Thanks for all those nice comments. Keep them coming in, and I will go into the comments after the show's finished and I posted the picture round. Disney characters. I hope you enjoy it. Share it with your friends and family. Stay safe, please. I hope to see you all for Sunday. Keep spreading the word about the quiz, and hopefully we'll have an even busier one then. And donate to Secret Santa 365. There's the link one more time. All the links you need will be in the description. I'll see you same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.